Alright, but welcome back to whatever this show is. I don't even think we have a name for it, but...
If you came on here for Riverdale shit, that's coming.
Right, the only reason
we do this
is for Riverdale?
No. It started with Riverdale,
Oh.
and then when we would go see a movie or a show that we like,
Right.
we will also talk about that.
Or one that's just dumb.
Yeah, or one that's just dumb. We will be talking about Cocaine Bear.
Oh god. Are we gonna see that?
The fuck's wrong with you? We're not gonna see that. Of course we're gonna fucking see that.
Okay.
Did you do cocaine before saying that?
The real question is, when do I not do cocaine?
Yeah, never. I've never seen you do it.
We're talking about each time I get in the car.
Yeah, that's never happened. Okay.
Alright, but the real reason why we're here is because we're going to be talking about the what's it called? The Last of Us series that came out. We really probably should have talked about this last week because it's almost been a week again.
I don't know, maybe it was my giant chode.
First of all, we all know it's not giant.
How would you know?
Secondly, that's like saying I have a tall little person.
Fuck off.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So it's just average height?
Okay.
But yes, the real reason you're here, we were talking about the Last of Us series that just came out last week.
Featuring Pedro Pascal and...
some chick.
I keep forgetting her name. Not because she's forgettable.
And some chick. And it's on HBO. You can watch it wherever else. I saw it last week when it came out. We really should have talked about it then, but we're never on time with any of these things, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna watch, I guess, episode 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, are you coming here to watch it?
I mean, yeah.
Cool.
I guess. I mean, I don't have it, so there's only one way.
Cool.
But yeah, we're not going to be talking about it every week unless this just does 1 million views for some reason. which would be amazing. But yeah, so our plan is just we're going to talk about the first episode today, and then we'll just wait till the last season finale, and then we'll talk about that on the last day.
So
this is our opinions and what we thought of it.
Here's what I thought of it. I thought the first scene was disturbingly unsettling.
You talk about the setup?
Yeah, the two doctors talking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought that was disturbingly unsettling.
It was cool.
It was really cool. It gave us a lot of... I felt like a lot more backstory into the cordyceps infection.
Yeah.
Than the game did, which the games did give a little bit away.
Yeah.
But only if you found those clues in the game.
Right, yeah. It was more...
Because there was, in the first game, there was a piece of paper you could collect that had, the drawings of all the infected.
Right.
So it had, someone who had been infected 2 weeks, and then they became a stalker, then clicker,
right,
then bloater, and then in the second one you find out there's a shambler and a rat king, but that's fucking dumb. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was definitely very good. First right off the bat, I mean, you probably know by now that yes, it is actually pretty good. It's probably one of the most, if not the most, I guess, faithful sort of video game adaptation.
Generally speaking, since we watched it last Sunday, I've been looking at Facebook and about Last of Us related things.
Right.
I haven't really found any comments from people shitting on it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, the comments that are put on by people shitting on it are basically talking about how the actress doesn't look like Ellie. That's literally it.
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was really faithful to the first little part of the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so far out of any other sort of video game adaptation, it is the most faithful. Like, especially like the first the only episode we have right now, which is the first episode, is definitely very faithful to the games. Yeah, I haven't seen many I guess complaints about it either, other than maybe that one. Yeah. And even then, like, most people like you or I are just like, she doesn't look 100% look like her,
but she acts like Ellie.
Yeah, and it's like I can deal with her not looking like her exactly. The only thing is, because I was looking at the actress and she is like 19, so I'm like, oh, okay. She kind of sells that like baby face. So I don't know how season 2 is gonna be unless they, I guess, get a different actress, because she's supposed to be older, right? And, because season 2 would be
is going to be
part 2.
Supposed to be part 2.
Yeah.
They're thinking about casting Dwayne Johnson as Abby.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say as Ellie.
Either Dwayne Johnson or Vin Diesel or or Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista. I thought you were gonna say The Rock as Ellie, and I was like, is he gonna be in a jungle? Are they gonna be? We're going to the jungle this time. What the fuck?
No, she's gonna wear a T-shirt with a lightning bolt on it.
Yeah. But yeah, I've that's the only one. I have seen another one, but this was just from one person. And I'm like, this guy's just fucking insane. On like a YouTube comment, I was like,
yeah, what
this guy's just dumb as fuck. I'll talk about it later when we get.
Okay.
I guess as we maybe near the end of it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, it's probably the most faithful. There is only. It is not. It is probably. It's. I was gonna say it's not 100% 1-to-1, like exactly the same, but it is like. There's some little bit differences here and there, but it mostly is like exactly the same. Like the beginning part, like you said, there's like the 2 doctors that are explaining it. I think that's more for like the general audience. Yeah. Like especially if you're not like a video game, you already know the story. You already know. Yeah. What the infection is.
That infection is like totally real.
Yeah, or it's bugs. Not. Yeah, it's plausible. Like it could happen. Theoretically, right?
Yeah.
Because there's like the infection with the.
My sister has a biology degree. Right. And she was actually, for one semester, she was working with bugs, and because she took like etymology or something like that, and she learned about like the CBI. Right. Infection, and it's definitely a thing in bugs, but not in humans. So it's like there is a tiny bit of truth, but like for it to transfer to humans, like it's just so unrealistic. Yeah.
And then the whole kind of beginning, like if you play the game, you obviously know you already know what's gonna like happen and everything.
Yeah, but like it gave a lot more story to it.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so there's that one part of the beginning, and there's also like it gave a lot more. It gave a lot more time to like his daughter character and also his brother, I guess, which wasn't in the game. The game kind of more started off, kind of almost right off the bat.
Now, what people were really mad about was like, oh, they race swapped his daughter. This is gonna be woke as shit. Yeah. Like, I knew about that. Yeah. I didn't much notice it that much. Yeah. Like, I didn't really care for the gender swap. It's like, race swap. Race. Yeah. I get them all confused. There's so much swapping these days.
Like so much swapping nowadays.
Yeah. Like, it didn't really matter to me. Like, they could have casted anyone as his daughter. Yeah. Because she literally dies at the beginning of the game. Yeah. Like, it wasn't really gonna matter. If they had cast someone, like if they race swapped Ellie. Right. I think there would be like...
Yeah, it'd be a lot more...
noticeable.
Reasonable, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and... Like, yeah, it's not the biggest deal. It is still a little bit like... Okay, really? Why did you have to do that? Is it
why did you have to? Like, please provide a narrative as to why you did that. But since it's a character that's not really... like isn't going to be there for most of the show.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter much.
Like, yeah, I can't speak right now. Insignificant. Insignificant. But like, yeah, with the race swapping, it for me it is a little bit like obviously it's just like, okay, we gotta do it because that's like the thing to get the brownie points.
But like,
with every show nowadays. What
points are these people thinking they're gonna get?
No, but I mean, like, every show does, like Velma, right? With that thing, and then now there's the Gotham Knights where like Robin's a girl. Or whatever.
God, yeah. Only, but it's like, and only because I fucking told you.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's like they're doing it for no other reason than like because you want to appease this sort of group of people. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, like I said, it's not that big a deal. She actually has more. She has more like to do in this.
Yeah.
I guess in this series than she did in the game. Like in the game, you don't really get too much attachment as much. And
no.
Yeah, like other than that, it's like it's so good. Everyone like obviously you already know Pedro Pascal's like such a good fucking actor.
I've heard he's like a total diva though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he had some. There were some issues on the set of The Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. A lot of these big actors are. I always assume that they are.
Yeah.
Because you kind of have to be a little bit crazy to act as someone like that isn't yourself.
Yeah. I thought.
Like, yeah, everyone. I thought
like people were saying like, "Oh, this is frame for frame exactly like the game."
Yeah, I saw that
I'm
too.
just like, you need to have your eyes checked.
Yeah.
But like, it was pretty faithful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about like 98%, I guess you could probably say.
Yeah.
There's just little deviances here.
They did flesh out the Joel Tommy thing a little more at the beginning.
Yeah.
And we'll get to this, but like
there's like the whole neighbors thing too,
yeah, which
wasn't in the game.
Yeah. But
and
like
in that beginning interesting, like we said.
But we'll get to this later, but like it ends up being like a different reason Joel ends up leaving at the end of the episode.
You might have to remind me of that because I. So you played it. You played 2. I played only part 2, but I've seen.
Oh.
I've watched someone else play it back in 2013 when it came out. I've seen someone play through the whole playthrough of it. So I know I've seen the game. I've seen the whole thing. But it's been like 10 years since I've seen it. So.
Oh.
Yeah. It's more like talking about Titanic, and you're like, "What? Yeah, I remember seeing that like 20 years ago." But you don't like. I don't remember every single detail that happened. So
yeah,
I don't remember that difference. Like you said with them going there.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, like the acting is great. The atmosphere is so great. It's like spot on, nailed it. You really feel like the world is alive, and like you go into like once it goes into like the post-apocalyptic, you're like, holy shit, this is pretty cool. Like it's actually like the city, and
because like it flash forwards to Joel and the Fireflies or the Fedra
Fireflies
with the Fireflies.
Oh yeah, Fireflies, yeah.
Yeah, but Fedra is still there, and like it's a Fedra encampment.
Yeah. No, I forgot that the Fireflies are different.
Yeah, and they're seen as terrorists.
Yeah,
which is what they were seen as in the game.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what they're presented as in the beginning.
And so, the whole thing, for like the rest of the episode, it was, Joel is a smuggler for the Fireflies.
Yeah.
But he just smuggles items. He's never smuggled people.
Right.
One cool fact is the woman who plays the Fireflies leader.
Yeah.
In the show, she's actually the voice actor for that same character in the game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
And I just found this out like a few days ago. They got the same voice actor who voiced the Infected to voice the Infected in the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's cool. You didn't. Yeah. I don't think. I feel like you don't need.
Well, no, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that.
No, of course.
Like the average Joe wouldn't know that.
Well, yeah, because I mean, anyone can fucking go around and scream or whatever sound they make, right?
Yeah.
And there is also like I remember you telling me as well that they who was it, Troy Baker and the woman who plays
Ashley Johnson. They are in the TV show playing.
But they're not playing who they
no.
I guess voice acting the game.
I just think like if you're making a show like that's based on a game, there has to be some sort of fan service.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Yeah, having the same actor play the Fireflies leader, that was a good move. Yeah,
no, it's good. I mean, if it makes sense, because the only thing with that is some of the times that like I understand because it doesn't work, like they don't look like the character. Like Ashley doesn't really look like Ellie. She's not a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And who was it, like The Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
Bart is like played by a fucking middle-aged woman. That wouldn't really work if they did a live-action Simpsons or whatever.
No, it would not.
Just have this middle-aged woman just fucking being this boy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, like, so I remember, like, I recently replayed The Last of Us.
Right, the first one?
The first parts of the show during, like, the encampment, pretty faithful.
Yeah.
It was missing one gunfight with the, like, what was his name? I don't remember his name. Like, the guy that ended up getting that battery pack thing.
Oh, that guy, okay.
That guy. I think you ended up having, like, a gunfight with him and his men, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like...
I think I remember I saw someone, because I was watching... I like to watch, like, YouTube videos of people that see movies, like, after the fact, after I watch them and stuff, to see what people think, and then go on the comments, and someone was saying that, like, I think there's some sort of gunfight that happens, I guess, in the game.
Yeah.
But, like, I think that they were saying, like, yeah, it's fine. That was basically just in the game, that was basically just a tutorial anyway to learn how to play the game. So obviously, you know, like, and that's fine. And people don't have a problem with, like, I feel like changing certain things here and there because maybe it doesn't work for, like, the TV series, but it's fine for the game or vice versa. And that's fine, right? Like, as long as you do it that sort of faithfully and, like, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, everything's, like, really well shot. There's, like, a lot... Even though it's not 100% one-for-one, there are some scenes and some things that are actually one-for-one, like that, the chase... The truck scene when you're in the middle of the city before. Yeah. That's almost, like, exactly the same. Yeah. It's so cool.
And the wardrobe they picked for Joel...
Yeah.
100%, like, completely the same as the game.
Cool.
I saw this thing on Facebook. It was, like... a shot of Pedro dressed as Joel.
Yeah.
And a shot of Joel from the game.
Right.
Wearing exactly the same thing.
Oh.
It was so weird.
That's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, there was a huge fight with the Fireflies, and it ended up like a bunch of their men got killed, and they were supposed to deliver Ellie.
Yeah.
I remember this from the episode.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you played the game, like I said, you already know what happens. Yeah. You already know what's going to happen in the end, too.
But the thing they changed is that Joel agrees to take Ellie to, was it Boston?
No, I think it's Utah. 'Cause they're in Boston.
Oh, they are in Boston. It's Utah. That's
they're going west, I think.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Which is it's in Utah.
Yeah, but then he's wanting to go out and find Tommy.
Right, because his brother...
Right. Because he runs into Tommy by accident during the game.
Right.
Whereas,
really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Whereas in the show, he's wanting to find Tommy on purpose because they ended up getting separated, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they mention he's in Jackson, which is where that settlement is.
Right.
From part 2.
So in the game, though, does he know that his brother is still alive? He just isn't looking for him?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think you run into Tommy by accident.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing they changed.
Yeah. And then Yeah, so yeah, like I said, like if you've seen the game, or if you played the game, it like you'll. That's my only sort of critique, I guess, with kind of video game movies. You either like completely change it, but then you risk the chance of like pissing off the fans because it's completely different.
I know.
Or you just do like this where it's like exactly the same, but then you already know what's gonna happen. You already know. The twists and the turns and the plot twists.
Yeah, like the thing with
it's fine, I guess,
the thing with making something so similar to the game is that, like, some of us like The Last of Us a lot.
Yeah.
But a lot of us don't want to have to play through the whole game to just see it.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying I hate it. I'm just saying that, like, that's maybe my only critique, but that's more of my personal thing, where it's like, I already know I already know, like, the end of what's gonna happen in, episode 9 in this season. Like, I already know the finale. Yeah. I already know the whole story, but that's fine. I mean, it's done really, really well. Like,
I know, but like, they may change. They'll probably end up changing more things.
Maybe. I mean, I'm fine with it being the same. I'm just like, 'cause it's really well done. Like, I thought, like when we were watching that first episode, because I'm like, oh yeah, I already know she's gonna die. His daughter, right? His actual daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's not gonna get me. And then I was like, oh, this is still kind of.
It's so
this still kind of sucks.
Sad. Yeah.
It's still sad. I'm like, oh fuck.
So
it still is really, really well done. So
I know.
I still would.
It's like, it's even more sad when you realize she was like killed by a soldier.
Yeah, no, that's
and like
so
not
shitty.
even like infected.
Yeah, or like not even by accident. It's just like this guy that's just like, all right, I guess kill him.
Like Fedra, if they were given, like, they'll shoot you on sight.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Which is
I guess because they don't want to risk infection, so it's like.
I'm kind of excited for the episode tomorrow because I think we're supposed to get like the first appearances of the infected.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe the one only other thing is that this episode doesn't have any. At the beginning, the first episode didn't have any infected. Really,
like with Joel's daughter in the neighbor's house, and like you could see the old woman behind her.
Yeah, no, I mean that was pretty cool.
Like that was fucking scary.
Yeah. But I mean, there's not like that many. There's no like really infected. It's just sort of like setting up still. Yeah. But it still is like I said, really good. And yeah, like I'm definitely excited to see the more infected, what they do with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm really excited for the rest of the series. I'm pretty sure it'll be really, really good. I hope. I mean, there still is that chance of maybe it could be. Maybe they could ruin it and it goes downhill, but I don't think so.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I was a little bit like we were talking about before we saw the show. I was a little bit worried about because they did have that race swap thing, then they did also have like something where I think it was the developers that came out with a statement and they were like, "Oh, this is gonna be more, like it's not gonna be as brutal or as gory, and." The deaths here are gonna mean more because deaths in the video games are just pixels or whatever. And it was such like a weird statement. I was like, oh no, this is not a good sign.
Yeah, but like if you really think about it, like there was like shooting and killing in almost almost all the time in the game. Yeah. So like, I don't think it's gonna be that noticeable.
No, I'm fine with it. It's just
weird. I know it's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it was just a weird statement to be like. And then it kind of like made everyone go, oh god, please no. Yeah. Like, don't ruin this. Like, it was so good.
So like, watching this show, I mean like, oh, this is actually really good. I thought this was going to be really shit. Yeah. But it's actually really good.
I didn't think that.
No, but like, usually when I see video game adaptations. Yeah. I'm really cautious about it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because I know that Assassin's Creed is probably the single worst video game adaptation. Yeah. With Uncharted not far behind it. Yeah. Like, the fan service they did in Uncharted was fucking awful. Yeah. Like, Nathan Drake falling into the ocean, getting up on the beach, and running into fucking Nolan North. Fuck you. Okay? The fan service in this show is like some of the best I've seen.
Yeah. No, this is definitely
the best. The Sonic franchise so far has been the best.
Yeah, it's been the best. Because yeah, like I mean, it makes sense for us to be skeptical, especially of video game adaptations. Because yeah, like you said, there's been Assassin's Creed, there's been Prince of Persia, there's been
that's right. And I think I saw Prince of Persia, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't seem that bad because I hadn't played the games.
Yeah,
that's like the other argument.
Yeah,
is that this show is being made to appeal to a non-video game franchise audience, like people who have not played the game.
Well, that's the problem. I think one of the problems.
Yeah, is
that like when you do these adaptations, is you have to like appeal. Yeah, you have to appeal it to like the casuals, and like sometimes that doesn't work.
Another show that I was like really skeptical of that I ended up liking was Superman and Lois.
Right.
I remember when it was announced, I'm like, oh, CW and the Arrowverse, a new show.
Yeah.
Like I cringed.
Yeah.
And I thought it was
CW is. To
I
be
know.
Fair.
To be fair, I thought it was gonna be shit,
yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll give it one chance. I'll watch one episode. I watched one episode, and I'm like, there is no way this is CW. This is actually good.
Yeah.
And I later found out it was backed by HBO.
Right.
The effects, the writing. Yes, it still has the typical CW drama.
Teen drama,
yeah. Yeah, teen drama, but like it's far better than anything else that's being made on the network. The Last of Us is the same. Like I thought, okay, this has it has the potential to be absolute crap, but it has not delivered that so far.
Yeah, I didn't have that. Because I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, it looks really good, and but then those things came out, and I didn't go like, oh, it's gonna be trash. But I was a little bit worried. And
I didn't think it was gonna be crap. I think that I thought maybe like.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. Like the trailers tell you nothing.
Yeah.
At this point.
No, that's true.
Like, but knowing that like the game developer himself is attached to it.
Yeah.
And not some random person. That's a good sign.
Mm-hmm. Especially for the first season, because the first game is really, really good. The second game, once you get into season 2, it might be a little bit worrisome, but yeah, like season 1 right now, like
except they have an opportunity to fix some of the negative flack that they got.
True. I mean, I guess we can talk about that. I guess once we get into that maybe, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, like for season 1 for the first game, it definitely really shows, and it's really like. Good that they got, like you said, like the director or the person who actually made the first game.
Yeah. Because
it really does show, like, it is actually really good. Mm-hmm. It blows everything else out of the water. Like, because, like you said, like, as video game fans, there is reason for us to be skeptical of adaptations because, like, a lot of them have been really trash.
I mean,
like Mortal Kombat as well. Fucking Uncharted. Yeah, I liked Uncharted, but I know that, like, lots of
Mortal Kombat wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It was okay.
I would agree. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was watchable.
Yeah.
But then, like even like that new Super Mario Brothers movie looks pretty good.
Yeah, no, and that one looks really good.
Like,
but that's also because it's a cartoon as well. It's not like
but like
imagine if they did live action. That'd be kind of weird.
know, but like it's the same. Oh, I hope there's never a live action Mario. Don't ever say that. we had one once.
Yeah. Yeah, we did have one.
We did have one. They blew it.
I know.
It was made in the 80s, and they never made another one. There's a reason for that.
Yeah. But then, and then there's Uncharted, which I liked it, but I understand why people don't like it as much.
I liked it, just the casting was wrong.
Yeah. No,
it was all wrong.
I agree on the Mark Wahlberg casting for sure.
Yeah, it's fucking dumb.
And then was it like the Resident Evil as well that they made? Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh,
that was bad.
Yeah, that was so bad. They just can't. Like, I saw this thing. It was like comparing The Last of Us to Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. It's like it was saying, Resident Evil, look at this Last of Us show. Why can't you do that? Why can't you get it right? And I'm looking at this, I'm like, yeah, it's not hard. It was like a still from The Last of Us and a still from the Resident Evil Netflix show.
Right.
Which is
the Netflix show. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
too.
I know. I
was talking about the movie.
Yeah, you're talking about the movie. Yeah. As soon as I mentioned the Netflix show, and you didn't it didn't register with me. I'm like, oh, you forgot it.
No, you said show, and I was like, what? I was like, oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
I forgot. Which I watched that too.
Arguably worse than Welcome to Raccoon City.
It is infinitely worse. I watched the entire episode, and the entire season, and I completely forgot what the fuck happened. I don't even remember. It is so bad. But yeah, at least we don't have to worry about that. And I saw something about that too, like on except it was like the Halo series.
Oh no!
And then they were like, and it was like Halo fans looking at The Last of Us, wondering why their series can't be like that. And I was like, ooh yeah, because I haven't watched that one, but I heard it was so bad. I was listening to like a guy that was talking about it like weekly, and I'm like, oh, this sounds really bad.
The Resident Evil one?
No, the Halo.
Oh, okay.
It sounds really bad.
I also heard it was really bad.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh. It just... I said that to you when we watched the Last of Us as well. I was like, this just makes me go like, how the fuck can people not get this right? It's so easy. It's right there. The plot is right there for you. There's a template already there with the story. It's just right there for you to take.
I know.
Which is like why...
People think it's like... They must think it's so hard to make a video game adaptation.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's not rocket science.
It's like...
It's literally right there.
The same thing can be said for superhero movies. It's like, why are you reinventing the wheel? Why are you coming up with a new story? The shit's written for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Like...
Although, to be fair, sometimes comics get really wacky, so...
Comics now. No,
some of them back then were kind of like with Thanos Copter and...
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
Like, that would be fucking weird if Thanos showed up to the battlefield in a helicopter.
Thanos being in love with death.
Yeah, like that's the whole reason
why. That's weird, yeah. No, but like, there's stuff like, I mean, take The Flash, for example. Like, it's adapting Flashpoint Paradox.
Right.
No. Just do Flashpoint Paradox.
True.
Because
that makes sense.
Zack Snyder cast Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne in Batman vs Superman.
Right.
You literally have the Thomas Wayne Batman ready to go. Jeffrey Dean Morgan has said, "I'm ready to be Batman." And what did you do? You didn't do it. Like, it's like the same thing with video games. It's like they have done the shit for you.
Right, yeah.
Why are you trying to reinvent the wheel?
Yeah. It's like, it's already there. Why? Just use it.
It's so fucking dumb.
Especially with those, the story-driven single-player games like Uncharted or Last of Us or even Halo or Resident Evil. It's like, it's literally there. It's a movie by itself, almost, basically.
I know. The next video game adaptation they're doing is Days Gone.
Oh yeah, I heard about something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and they're wanting to cast some random guy to play the main character.
Right.
And I'm looking at this and I'm like, you do realize they motion captured Sam Witwer?
Yeah.
He needs to grow a beard and he can actually play the character.
Yeah, and he can actually act and shit.
Yes, and they're like, oh, we're gonna go with someone different. No.
It's like, what?
No, you're not.
You have the actual voice actor for the guy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's crazy.
But, like, and I understand, like, with Last of Us, like, Troy Baker doesn't actually look like Joel.
Yeah.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro actually looks the part.
Yeah.
I'd say, like...
I was a little bit skeptical. I'm like, he doesn't kind of look like him, but... I mean, I know he's a very good actor, so I was like, I don't really care.
Yeah, I'd say he looks a little like Joel. I wouldn't say, like, exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, after I've seen the show, I'm like, yeah, he does actually pretty look like him. But yeah, and then basically this first episode ends off... we should probably get back into The Last of Us.
Yeah.
It ends off with...
them leaving.
Yeah, I didn't think that part was the part where they find out she's infected. Because, like, they're stalked by the...
No, they find out much later in the game. Oh, okay. Well into their journey into the world.
Oh.
Well into it.
Yeah, because that's what I thought. But then someone else in the YouTube comments when I was on this video was like, no, that actually happens in the game. And they actually do have these scanners that... Because I'm like, I don't remember those scanners that like tested for if you're infected or not.
Yeah.
But the guy was saying
I'm
it was.
really trying to remember when.
Yeah, because I also thought it was later.
It was later because Tess ends up dying.
Yeah, because I remember like I do also remember that they were skeptical too at first. Like they were kind of like, oh, they thought she was, but then they didn't like figure out 100%.
Yeah.
But then there's one part later where Joel's like, oh yeah, no, and then he's 100% on board that she's actually infected and immune.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to remember when they find out.
Yeah.
Because I remember when they're attacked at out in their journey, they're in like some palace or something, and then that's where Tess got infected, and I think that's when Joel found out about Ellie.
Okay.
That wasn't for like... Oh, I guess that was near the beginning of the game. Tess died pretty early on.
Okay. Right.
Because then they were journeying further, and then they met that guy. He's like this really crusty curmudgeon guy. Like really...
Curmudgeon?
Like total asshole. Rigged like the entire city with traps. Do you remember this?
I think I do.
Yeah. Yeah. That was after Tess died.
Yeah.
If my memory serves me right.
Is that with the giraffe? Before or after the giraffe? I remember there was a giraffe in...
Oh shit, there
one
was.
of the city or something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's a long game.
Yeah.
Your memory's a little bit better than mine because you played it. You played it like recently. I only watched it like 10 years ago.
I wonder how long the episodes are after this first episode.
I think they're probably... I don't know for sure. I think they're probably mostly around the same. An hour.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And it's like 9 episodes, so that's cool too.
Yeah.
The only thing is... I don't know. Yeah, I wish that they maybe would have...
56 minutes.
Right. So I kind of wish that they maybe save, part 2 for like maybe season 3 instead of season 2. But, I guess like we'll worry about that once that gets to that part. Once we get into season 2. But, but yeah, it basically ends with them, because they have like this little scanner thing, and then it shows that she's infected, and then...
Yeah.
And then they're like, "What the fuck?" And then they're leaving the city, and then so that's where we'll start episode 2 in, which hopefully we'll get to see more infected people, and so like that'll be interesting. But one of the other major differences, which I think we actually did comment on it, but then like I was like, oh, I wasn't sure if that was the case or if that was later, if that was in season 2, or part 2 of the game. And this was one of the comments that I saw on one of the guys that was complaining about it, but he's just like a weirdo for no reason. Was like the whole spores thing.
Oh,
so that's
he's going on about the fucking spores.
Yeah, so like in the game, so it was in the part 1 game.
Yeah,
like there are sections where they have spores and like you need like the gas mask.
Yeah.
To go into them. In this one, I guess I think the director has come on and said that they aren't doing like the spores.
Yeah.
It's just like biting you and like that's it.
Yeah.
And like I was like, oh okay, like that kind of. It would have been cool if they had left it in, because then like there's more. There would have been more scenes for like cool like tension and like.
Yeah, more danger.
Yeah, because like you have like the mask, and then there's like you could have like a scene where like, you're worried about getting slapped off, or like. You walk into a place and you're like, oh shit, I don't have a mask, or like, or like someone like, is gonna break it and it's cracked, right? And you're like, oh fuck, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And like, but like they don't have that in this one. And I remember we made a comment on it when because they find like one infected, but it's like kind of dead already, I guess.
Yeah. When
they're like going through the subway.
Yeah,
or whatever.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
And they come into it and they're like, oh, what the fuck? And then you and me are like, whoa, what about the spores? Don't they need a gas mask?
Yeah.
But yeah, so apparently they're not doing that, which I'm like, okay, it would have been cool if they had incorporated it, but it's not the biggest deal. Like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy in the YouTube comments was like, "This is trash. This is a trash show." Like, literally just because of that one thing, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
It's like 98% faithful, and this guy's like, "This one thing," and I'm like, It's not that big of a deal, but there is a difference in that. So. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That guy's, I don't know, bro. If you're listening.
Which we know you are.
Fucking brain dead. Okay? Go fucking jerk off to Andrew Tate.
Yeah. It's like one of those guys that just like nitpicks over like every little thing and you're like, oh really? But yeah, that's basically it for the first episode. So I'm really looking forward to the season. I think it'll be pretty good. I don't know, do you want to talk about season 2 or what we think about season 2, or do you want to leave that to like the last episode, or like when we do the final?
Yeah, I think that would make more sense if we did it in the final. Okay. Like episode 9.
Right. Yeah.
And like with like season 2 predictions.
Right. Okay. Yeah. If you want to.
Sure. I'm good.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, we probably aren't gonna do it weekly unless just because it's on a Sunday when it airs, and usually
we are gonna watch it.
We are gonna watch it. It's just usually we hang out like the day before. Yeah. And like I don't know, like if this gets like huge like thousands of views or something, then maybe. Ha! But yeah, unlikely. But it's just for us to fun to do in the meantime. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do the first episode, this one, then we'll do the last season finale, I guess. Sure. But yeah, I don't know. So far, looking really good. I think it's like a 9 or 10 out of 10 for like the first episode. Yeah. It's hard to say like, right, you know, how it's gonna look, because it could still shit the bed. I highly doubt it though. But
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, because it looks really, really good right so far. So yeah, I don't know. Do you have any closing thoughts?
It's kind of made me wanna play through The Last of Us again.
Again?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like one of the best games ever made. Mm-hmm. Like,
which makes sense why they made a series.
Why they made a series and why they remastered it a second time.
The remaster?
To make money, yes. But, like, it's a great game.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a great fucking series. Or, like, series. It's a great fucking, like, story. Like, yeah. Especially the first one, because it's just, like, at first you're like, oh, it's another, like, zombie, like, countless zombie clone thing. Yeah. But then it's like, oh, no, the story is actually, like, not even really about... Like, the main thing isn't even really about the infected things.
I find that every zombie franchise is different in its own unique way.
Yeah, like, no, I know. But I'm just saying, like, in this one, it's not even, like, you're like, you go in and you're like, oh, it's about zombies. But, it's like, that's how I thought of it when I first... Yeah. Started watching it, but I'm like, oh no, like, but then you're like, oh my god, this is like so much more than just like a zombie, you know, apocalyptic type movie survival.
I find that like Resident Evil is quite cookie cutter. Yeah. And then Last of Us had a lot more like breadth and depth to it. Yeah. A lot more depth to it. Yeah. And like Days Gone was its own thing. Right. And had a lot more, like, kind of similar to Last of Us, like, a lot more depth. Right. And then, like, there's also, like, Dying Light, too, right? Yeah. Dying Light, so. And then there's probably some other ones I can't think of. No, but, like, sure. Last of Us was probably, like, it's definitely a moneymaker for Sony.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, it's such a good story, like... Because, yeah, it's not even... Like, the zombies aren't even, like, the main sort of focus. It's about the human relationship of Joel and Ellie. And it's so well told. And, like... You know, like, it's cool that, like... Even though, you know, I've seen the story already, it'll be cool to see it as, like, a series and how that will play out, I guess. Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, that's it for, I guess, our little recap, or I guess, I don't know, our review of it. Definitely, if you haven't seen it, you should, I would suggest watch it. Mm-hmm. If you can, if you have whatever HBO, if you can afford it. out of the 1,000 streaming services that they have now. But yeah, I don't know. If you want us to continue this, leave a like.
Yeah.
Comment. I don't know. Comment if you enjoyed it or not.
Like, comment, subscribe, bro.
Yeah. Leave a comment if you guys want us to talk about other stuff too. We tend to watch. I mean, we've seen Riverdale. We will watch stupid shit too.
Oh, and if you think we're not gonna review Gotham Knights, you're
oh
in for a surprise.
No! I did not want to watch that.
I would watch it for the sole purpose of shitting on it as a review. Just because I know every YouTuber will do the same.
That's true. I just don't want to give these guys...
Bro, it is going to be so bad.
Oh, I know. It's going to be so bad.
Oh, it's going to be so bad.
I don't want to give these guys, like, fucking... I don't want to give, like, the company views and then them being like, oh, it's a good show because there's people watching it.
Batman is killed by a girl.
Yeah, I know.
And they gender swapped Robin.
Yeah, I know.
Like, that alone makes me think, cool, this show's going to be utter shit.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, I don't want to, like, give the show views and because then, like, the company will be like, oh, the people really like this. It's like, no. No, we don't like this.
No. Let them think that. That network is going to be destroyed anyway.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot it's on CW.
Yeah.
You know if it's on CW, it's going to be bad just immediately.
Yes.
But, yeah, I don't know. Leave a comment, leave a like if you guys want us to keep going. Comment down if you guys want us to, I don't know, review other shows, I guess, or series. We'll see if we can, or if we want to. If we're interested. Yeah. Usually it's just if we're interested.
Yeah.
Like Riverdale. We'll probably do Riverdale whenever it gets back up. I think it's this year sometime. I don't know when.
March.
Oh, it's March? Oh, there's a date?
So.
Okay. Well, then we'll be doing March sometime, I guess.
Hang on.
He's looking it up. It's March.
29th.
Oh, God. All right. So the end of March. Fucking more Riverdale content.
2 months.
Fucking more Riverdale content coming your way. What you've all been waiting for. This long hiatus.
The content you never knew you wanted.
The content you didn't want, but you definitely don't need.
Anyway.
You definitely don't need, but you're gonna get it anyway. the fucking this long hiatus coming your way. But yeah. Better get used to. Better start watching those episodes with Archie fully clothed. Oh God.
Because who knows? Who knows how many shirtless scenes he's gonna have?
God, I heard one thing about it that apparently there's not gonna be like a main villain.
Of course,
like a big bad. There's not gonna be a big bad.
What?
I was like, oh God.
How does that fucking work?
I know. I was like, oh, this is already gonna be shit. I mean, I knew it was gonna be shit already, but now it's gonna be even worse. Like I said to you before in other reviews we've done, I do not know how they keep. They keep impressing me on how stupid and like
I know it's
how
like
dumb it keeps
legit
getting.
Impressive.
It's like Jesus.
Nice.
But yeah. Besides that, you be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys still are, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys on the next one or whatever. Peace.